Hey everybody, welcome to Helen and Roscoe Yoga on YouTube. I hope you are well. In this session today, we're going to explore a series of standing postures with the emphasis upon twisting or spiraling, getting that range of movement for the spine. So we're going to start from standing. We're pretty much going to be standing for the whole sequence, so this is great as well in terms of it being wrist and knee friendly, but just make sure that you have room to move around your space. So taking your arms overhead, spiraling around, just make sure that space is there for you. And then just take a few moments to establish your standing position. Settling down through the soles of your feet, shifting your body weight around the soles, around the edges, allowing your feet to broaden, the toes to spread and lengthen. That natural pull of gravity allowing you to remain anchored, whilst at the same time the oppositional force, this sense of yield in the torso, my legs are awake. Pelvis neutral, spine neutral, shoulders soften as I lift through the crown of my head, jaw relaxes as there is a simultaneous letting go. We rise at the same time. Start to have awareness of breath. Just noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale. And you might like to start to think about your breath as a spiral. From the inside, as you breathe in and there is expansion in your torso, the diaphragm expands, the tummy, the rib cage, there's a spiral of energy creating that expansion. And then on the exhale, the spiral reverses back through the breath into the center of your being, perhaps the diaphragm or the navel being that place for you today. The next time that you exhale, interlace your palms and turn them to face down. And then as you breathe in, taking the hands up towards the sky. If you find at a certain point you're unable to take the hands any higher, there's a limit in the range of your shoulders, you could just part the hands at that point. And then with your next exhale, draw the hands to the crown of your head. The elbows broaden, your hands could still be interlaced at this point. And then on the inhale, stretching through the fingertips, release the arms as you spiral, turn to your right hand side. Arms sweep by your sides. On the breath in, come back to center. Draw your hands to the crown of your head. Press down into your feet as you inhale, lengthen. And on your exhalation, spiral to the opposite side. Perhaps there's a micro bend in your left knee. Pelvis is neutral still. We're not tilting, forcing through the pelvis. Interlace the fingers if you're able to, otherwise keep them parted. And on your exhale, lower the arms forwards and down. We'll repeat that pattern once more. The breath in towards the sky. The breath out, this time draw your navel in toward your spine, a gentle hug around your waist. Inhale, press the hands towards the sky. Exhale, release the palms, turn to your right side. Let your arms sweep down, breath in to center. Hands to the top of your head as you exhale. Inhale, center. Rising up through the palms, exhale, turn to the opposite side. Shoulders soft at the bottom of that movement. Inhale, spiral to come back. Interlace your fingers if you're able to. Press through your feet into the feet of your hands. And on your exhale, lower your arms down. And just take a moment there to be in the now. Experience, perhaps there's still a feeling of spiraling energy. Okay, I'm just going to turn to the side, keeping my feet still in this hip width position, moving into Uttanasana, forward fold. As you breathe in, taking the arms towards the sky. On the exhale, hinge at your hips, soften your knees, navel draws in as you fold and round over your legs. On the breath in, raise the arms, lift your chest, peel the chest away, arms active, back active. Exhale and fold, navel draws in, knees soften. Soften your knees as much as you need to, and then breath in and rise. Lifting through the torso, back of the body, working with your legs. Let's do 2 more of those. Just take your time to explore your forward fold. Head release, and then breathe in, active through the back of the body, press through the feet and rise. And again, in your time. Lower the arms as you breathe out. And then with an in-breath, arms extend up again. This time sweeping your hands to your lower back. So this next posture, we're going to move into Ardha Uttanasana, the half forward fold. As you take your arms out at shoulder level, lifting through the chest, lengthening along the spine. On the exhale, folding more deeply, hands to lower back. So let's see whether you'd like to take those arms further out, maybe a Y shape on the next round. Exhaling, the navel draws in, you round across the back. Inhale, perhaps the arms keep extending forwards, strengthening for your back. Anchor down through the feet. Exhale, forward fold. So 1 more of those in your time. And then as you breathe in, sweeping the arms, lifting the chest, press through the feet and rise. Exhale, hands come down beside you. Take a moment to breathe here, to notice how you feel, and then come back to the spiraling sensation or visualization of the breath as you take your feet wider. You might like to fold towards a block here, just taking your hands down towards the ground. And this is useful preparation for Paravritti Trikonasana, the revolved triangle. We're going to come in through a forward fold to begin. On that inhale, raising the arms up, and on the exhale, the hinge at the hips. You could bring your hands to your lower back. You could slide your hands down the legs. You could find the floor. And as you breathe in, lifting the arms, that wingspan to bring you up, spiraling towards the sky. Let's do 3 more of those. Taking your time to move into that wide leg forward fold. Soften your knees, work with your legs to bring you up, not everything hinging on the spine. Hinge at the hips on the exhale, softening down, almost like you're gathering energy from the ground here, bringing yourself up. Okay. The next time that you exhale, bring your hands out to shoulder distance, like you're making a star shape with your torso. Your toes want to be facing forwards here, or perhaps just a little bit turned out if we feel limited around the hip region. A little bit more stability and the toes are drawing in. So taking that breath in, and on your exhalation, your left hand revolving towards your right foot, and then your top arm can either be up towards the sky or on your lower back as you spiral towards the space behind you. As you breathe in, find that open space, arms lift, star shape, expansive. On the exhale to the opposite side, fold, and then start the spiral. You can soften your knee on that side as you rotate towards the left side of the room. Hand can be on your lower back. And then breathe in and let the wingspan form, spiraling the opposite way to come up. So let's just try that again a few times. And each time you come over into your revolved triangle, if you bring your back hand onto your lower back, you might find you're able to turn without taking that tension into your shoulder area, your neck. And then on the breath in, you could find that wingspan again, open out, lift to stand. And then exhale to the opposite side. If you find your arm is able to reach up towards the sky, just be mindful that we're not dropping the hand down, creating unnecessary weight for your spine. We want to keep the spine long, the shoulder area open or spacious. And then as you breathe in, taking the arms out, the wingspan bringing you up. So if you'd like to explore that again, once more to each side, explore the difference between having your hand on your lower back, soften into the knee on the side that you're turning towards, straightening the opposite side. Pelvis is fairly fixed, but there is a little bit of movement there. Hinge, spiral, find the ground or your leg, and then find the sky and open into that space, revolving along your spine, the spiral of energy rippling. The breath in, bringing you up, and an exhale, forward fold once more. Finding the ground, settling through the crown of your head. Maybe a little bit of movement here through your limbs, through your knees. If your hands don't comfortably reach the ground, they could be on your legs, they could be on your lower back. You might have support here for your hands. And to bring yourself up, you could bend your knees and wriggle yourself up to stand. Look at that spiraling energy bringing you up. And we're going to walk those feet together. And then we'll just take a moment to pause, to be in observation. And then a little bit of a shakeout. Okay, so we'll just explore one more standing rotation from the back of your mat, turning your, let's start with the right toes. If you turn your right toes out, take a step forward with your left foot. And we're going to move into a revolved triangle as if from Parsvottanasana, so Parivriti Parsvottanasana, from that forward plane of movement. My hips are now forward focusing. You might find it useful to have a block for this shape, something for your front hand to work with should you need it. Just having it in place around by the front foot for a little bit of extra support. I'm going to invite you to bring your left hand, so left foot is forwards, left hand on lower back. And then as you breathe in, you're sensing the length. The spine is neutral, anchoring down through the feet. The front leg can be soft, the back leg is firm. And on your next exhale, your right hand sliding down the left leg. If you found you're unable to fold deeply, you could work to a chair here as well. So that forward fold, releasing down into what we might think of as Parsvartanasana, the asymmetrical forward fold. Moving down. Take a few breaths. Find your stability, your sthira, and find your ease, your sukha. And then my left shoulder, I'm going to bring the right hand onto the ground, left shoulder lifting towards the sky. Exhale to revolve, to spiral. This is where you might find it useful to have a block as you continue the spiral towards the sky. Keep anchoring down through the feet. The pelvis not really shifting. Pelvis is quite stable here. I'm not tilting, I'm not pushing through the pelvis. The spiral from the tail along the spine towards the nape of my neck. And then, if it feels appropriate, your top arm, breath out again, expanding up towards the space above you. So you could play with that position of your front hand on the ground. Maybe it's closer to your front foot. Maybe it's on a block, the top arm. There's a bit of tension building around my shoulder. I'm just going to lower that hand back onto my lower back. I'm going to breathe into this shape. Sukha on the inhale, sthira, steadiness on the exhale. And then with an exhalation, folding forwards, finding the ground. Back of the body, settling, anchoring down through the feet. Elbows are soft. And with a breath in, raising up, front knees bent, stepping the back foot forwards. Taking a few moments there to breathe. Sigh the breath. And then stepping the left foot back, turning left toes out a little. Front foot, so hips are facing forwards. Pelvis in a neutral position. So I'm not collapsing or tilting, I'm not tucking and leaning back. Bringing my right hand onto the lower back, my left hand onto my right leg. So I'm kind of almost bounding over myself. Breath in here, lengthening, keeping the space as you fold on the exhale, drawing the navel in, sliding that hand down your leg until you find a position where you're able to be in your forward fold. So that could be using the block, it could be to a chair, a way that you're able to soften into that forward fold, finding the earth. There's going to be shifting and spiraling of movement through your feet. And then crown of head is the last thing to release. And then on an exhale, right elbow lifting towards the right side of the room, in my case towards the mountains. Opening up my chest, revolving, spiraling. And then at a certain point, the top arm lifting, exploring the space above, maybe allowing my fingertips to wriggle. I want a lightness in my left hand. I can feel there's pressure coming in through my left hand now. So I just want to find a little bit of lightness there, pressing into the feet, anchoring down through the legs to find that expansion, the spiral, and then bringing the hand down onto my lower back. Another breath here, and then exhale and reverse the spiral. Shoulders are forwards, hands are coming down. Use your support where you need to, softening into that front knee, relaxing the neck and the shoulders, releasing the spine over your front leg. And when you breathe in, bring yourself up, bend your front knee, and then step the feet together. Sigh the breath out. And take a few moments to be in stillness, exploring the spiraling effect of your breath, of your energy, the settling effect, sensations in your body, coming from that revolved space to something that is still and neutral. Hands onto your hips, start to blow the air out as you fold, moving your hands down your legs and coming to rest onto your back. There could be some movement that you'd like to take here, so I welcome you to explore. Maybe the knees want to come in over your chest, a little hug, or taking the feet up, maybe a little shake out. So just do what you need to do in order to settle yourself, and then stretch your legs out on the ground or sit up in a position that you're comfortable in and take some time to absorb the effects of your practice. That sense of spiraling, rippling through your body. The inhale moves from your center and spirals out into the space. And the exhale from the space back in through the spiral to your center. Please be here for as long as you need to. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. If you're ready to rise, you can do that. Otherwise, continue to rest for as long as you need to. And I look forward to checking in with you soon. Thank you so much. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and it's been a pleasure sharing this practice with you.